Hello everyone and welcome to our virtual yoga club. Welcome. So let's jump straight into it. You're going to get seated on your mat and you will need 2 cushions potentially, depending how thick they are, and you're going to pop them under your hips to elevate your spine, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you to sit down with a straight back. You can also lean against the wall for this one to give your back some support. We're going to be here for a little while. Feel free to pause this video whilst you're getting your props and getting set up, and also to pause it at any time. This is the beauty of the video class. Once you are in a comfortable seat on your mat, stretch your fingertips up as you inhale and bring them down as you exhale. Reaching up as you inhale, growing tall, and down as you exhale. You can also stretch out your back or shoulders. Do the last adjustments to release tension in your body and close your eyes down. Your palms are just resting on your knees, and you're going to find a really strong base where your hip bones are touching the surface of whatever you're sitting on. I want you to feel and bring awareness to the base of your body and make it very stable. From this very base, you're going to stretch your spine up, vertebrae by vertebrae, through the crown of your head as if someone was pulling you up, and then exhale to release your shoulders and arms. Now we're going to take 3 really deep breaths in through the nose and sigh out, releasing all of the tension in your body through the mouth. And let's start. Deep inhalation, send it into your tummy, expand the lungs, and sigh. One more. Into the tummy, expand, and release everything as you exhale. One last time, inhaling really deep and letting go of all tension in your body completely. Now just coming into your natural breathing rhythm, inhaling and exhaling through your nose, prolonging the inhalation and making your exhalation just as long. Roughly for the count of 4, you're inhaling, hold it at the top, and for the count of 4, you're exhaling. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, out, 2, 3, 4, in 1, 2, 3, hold, out, 2, 3, 4, inhaling 2, 3, 4, hold, out, 2, 3, 4. And just tune into the natural rhythm of your breath, feeling your body completely relaxing into the ground and just the strong spine holding you up. As your mind settles down and you come into your body, feeling the sensations in different parts of it, you're going to start to wiggle your fingers and crack open your eyes, just looking down to start with. Maybe move your hips and push yourself up all the way into standing, forming a strong base with your legs and reaching up with your fingertips interlaced. Now I really want you to reach the lock with your fingers up and take a deep inhalation, and as you exhale, you're going to bend over to the right like a tall tree. Inhale back to center and exhale over to the left. Inhale back up, stay tall, reach up, and exhale right. Inhale center and take it slow as you bend your branches. Inhale and separate your branches. And now one hand in the hip as you exhale, one over. Inhale, swap your hands and bend over to one side. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up to swap your arms and exhale. Keep the underwaist long. From here, interlace your fingertips again into the pistol grip. Stand up on your tippy toes and then exhale down to the side. As you inhale back to center, stand up on your tippy toes, reach tall, and then exhaling over to the opposite side. Now coming back to center, you're going to rotate your wrists in one direction and swap the direction halfway and rotate them in the opposite direction, bringing them all the way down. Okay, windmill. One arm is straight, one is bent at the elbow. The straight arm goes back behind you and you follow it with your gaze. Then you bring it back to the front, swap the arms, and now the opposite straight arm goes back behind you and then you bring it back again. So you're going to keep rotating in this way and speed up. And as you start to pick up the speed, you can just windmill the arms and let them hit gently your sides. Your hips stay facing forward, they don't move, it's just your torso. You're gently loosening your spine, your sides and the arms. Fantastic. Stopping, interlacing the fingertips behind you in the lock. Now you're going to bring the lock over your head. Keep your knees bent a lot. Keep your knees bent. Your tailbone is reaching up towards the sky and your lock is hanging over your head. Just natural weight here, no need to force anything. And you should feel your spine starting to drape over your knees. Now gently releasing your arms down, grabbing opposite elbows and swaying side to side in a ragdoll, stretching your spine down towards the ground. Now you're going to inhale and roll up your spine, release the arms and keep your knees bent. Shoulders go back a few times, a few rolls, and then a few rolls towards the front. Stretching your neck gently to one side. Just hold it there and switching the sides. Hold it there. Fantastic. From here, you're going to stretch your neck and you're going to pretend like you're tipping the water out of your ear so your head slightly goes back and to the side. And then bring it over to the other side, tipping the water out of the opposite ear. And coming back to center and just rotating slowly your head over to one side and then over to the other side. From here, hopefully you're feeling warmer. I am in that video. Now, come to the front of your yoga mats. Your toes are together, heels are slightly apart. Pushing the ground away with your feet. You're going to inhale and reach up. And exhale, bend the knees, drape your spine down. Halfway lift as you inhale back parallel to the floor. Exhale, plant your hands down and step back into plank. Please drop your knees down here if you need to. Inhale and exhale, slowly come down to the floor. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra, where you gently lift the palms off the floor and then bring them back down to the floor and push down into down dog. When you're in down dog, you can walk your dog by bending one knee at a time and stretching the backs of your legs. And then just finding stillness. pushing the floor away with your palms. Now standing up on your tippy toes, bringing your knees down just off the floor and then all the way down to the floor. Now you're going to bring your knees slightly off the floor again and push back all the way into down dog. Now inhale, exhale, bend the knees, look forward and step between your palms. Inhaling, halfway lift, exhaling down. Inhale all the way up to the floor and exhale, just bring your hands in prayer in front of you. Gonna inhale and reach up really tall. Exhale it all the way down, bend the knees, drape your spine. Halfway lift as you inhale, back parallel, stepping back into plank with your knees on the floor if you need to here. Inhale, hold. Exhale, come down. Again, baby cobra or up dog as you inhale. And as you exhale, pushing back into down dog. Inhale here. Exhale and bring the knees just off the floor. Inhale, bring them all the way down. Exhale, just off the floor and push back all the way into down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward and step or jump between your palms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, head down, bend the knees. Inhale, coming all the way up, rolling up the spine. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale into chair pose. So dropping your hips back, sticking your bum out, but at the same time flattening your lower back. Inhale here, and as you exhale, bring your left elbow over your right knee, twisting gently, exhaling. Inhale to open your arms out like wings, flying. Exhale, bring them together and back up to chair. Inhale in the center. Exhale to bring your right elbow over your left knee, twisting gently. Your hips are pointing forward. You're going to inhale and open your wings and fly. Exhale, bring them back into prayer. Inhaling back up. Exhale, drape your spine forward, over your legs, grabbing opposite elbows and just staying in the ragdoll. Inhale, halfway lift, making a lock behind your back. And as you exhale, bring that lock over your head, gently just hanging there. Releasing the arms, planting them down and stepping back into plank. Exhale all the way down to the floor, baby cobra. And push yourself into child's pose, keeping your knees together here and stretching out your lower back. You're going to rise up and roll over your head. Give the back of that neck a really good stretch. And as you bring yourself down, give weight to the top of your head. Again, inhale over the top of your head, pressing. And exhale, coming to all fours. Inhale, your right arm comes up. Bend your wrist. And exhale, thread the needle and resting on your shoulder. Inhaling and bring it back up. Open your chest. And exhale, thread the needle, opening the space between your shoulder blades. Inhaling it all the way up, open your chest even more. Exhale, thread the needle, open the rhomboids. Inhale, back to center. Swapping the arms for an inhalation, and the opposite arm now opens your chest as it comes up. Bend the wrist and thread the needle, resting on your shoulder. Inhaling it up, flex your wrist, stretch your fingers. Exhale down to the floor. One more time, inhale, keep your hips facing down and leveled. And exhale to the floor. Coming back onto all fours. From here, lifting your knees and pushing yourself all the way back into down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up straight. Exhale, bend the knee and open your hip. From here, inhaling straight leg. Exhale, bring that knee into chest and step your right leg between your palms. When you're stable, inhale for crescent lunge. Bend in the front leg. And as you exhale, arrowhead. Your arms come back, your head pointing forward. Inhale to bring your arms back up into crescent lunge. And exhale, rotate your back foot for warrior two. Inhale, stay. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale. Straighten your front knee, maybe shorten your stance. Coming into triangle. Your right arm comes down to your right leg. And your left arm is reaching up towards the sky. You can look down, forward or up, whatever's comfortable for your neck. Just keep rotating the chest up towards the ceiling and keeping both of your legs straight. Inhale to come out and widen your stance again. Come back to warrior two. Inhale and reverse your warrior. Exhale and bring your forearm to your thigh. Bring your left arm over your head for an extended side angle. You're forming a straight line from your foot to the very tips of your fingers. Keep reaching your arm up. Exhaling, you can play here with a bind. Otherwise, bringing both of your hands down onto the left side of your foot. Walk your right foot out onto the outside edge and open your knee to the side. From here, you can stay up on your palms and stretch that right leg out to the side, or you can start to slowly lower yourself down, either holding up on your forearms. So to come out, just slowly lifting off your arms. You're going to push your hips back and straighten the front knee. Now enjoying that lovely and juicy stretch in your hamstring and in your calf. You're going to point both hips towards the front, keeping the front knee bent if you need to, that's completely fine. Just finding a still point at about 70%. And connect into your breath again. From here, you can bring the front leg back into all fours. Inhale and lift your knees off the floor. Exhale and bring your bum back for child's pose. Inhaling back onto all fours. You're going to walk both of your hands forward and drop down to the floor to stretch your shoulder blades, your shoulders completely. You can look forward here to intensify, or you can just rest your head on your forehead, or you can also bring your hands onto the fingertips again to intensify. Slowly coming out onto all fours and pushing back into down dog. Inhale here to raise your left leg up straight. Exhale, bend the knee, open your hip, stretch it. Inhale, straight leg up. Exhale, bend the knee into chest and step your foot between your palms. Inhale for crescent lunge, strong base. Exhale for arrowhead, head pointing forward, palms back. Inhale for crescent lunge, arms up. And exhale into warrior two. Rotate your back foot out to 45. Dropping down. You're going to inhale and reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, preparing for triangle. So the front leg straightens, maybe shorten your stance, strong legs. Pulling yourself forward by the left arm and then bringing that left arm slowly down to wherever it rests on your leg. Right arm is straight, reaching up towards the sky, and your chest is rotating upwards. Keep straightening your knees. Inhale to slowly come up, widen your stance and drop into warrior two, bending the front leg. Now you're going to bring your left forearm onto your left thigh and reach your arm over your ear, making a straight line from the edge of your outside foot all the way up to your fingertips. Reaching those fingertips out, rotating your chest out. You can have a little play and maybe bind. Otherwise, stay where you are. Slowly bringing your top arm down onto one side of your left foot. Walk your left foot out and then onto the outside edge. Opening your left knee out to the side, just letting it naturally open up. And then you either going to stay here, resting on your palms, supporting your chest up, or you can start slowly bending your elbows and bringing your chest down, halfway, or maybe completely resting on your elbows. So you're going to find your perfect sweet spot. Taking a breath out. Slowly pushing your hips up. And now bringing your palms onto each side of your left leg, straightening the front knee. It doesn't need to be fully straight. You can bend as much as you need to. Just level your hips so they're facing forward. Bring your chest down and tuning into your breath. Visualizing the muscles at the back of your left leg lengthening and opening up every fiber. Slowly bringing that left leg back and pushing your hips back into child's pose. So here you can pop a pillow or two underneath your forehead. If your head doesn't reach the floor and if your hips don't reach your heels, that's completely fine. So pause the video if you need to. Otherwise, connecting with your breath. As you take your next inhalation, you're going to slowly come up to all fours. Exhale and push your hips up into down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward and jump cross-legged into seated, or just bring yourself down into seated position. So you're going to straighten both legs on your mat, bringing your palms behind you, fingertips facing your hips. And then you're going to push your hips up into tabletop. Keep your knees bent, it's totally fine. Only if you want to play with this posture, you can slowly straighten one leg and point your toes, and then the other leg, wherever you are. Keep pushing your hips up. Inhale, and then exhale, bring your hips down, stretching your arms forward, and slowly using your abs, bringing your back onto the mat. Now bring your heels closer towards your hips. Inhale and push your hips up into bridge. Both of your knees are facing forward. You can roll on tops of your shoulders here and interlace your fingers underneath you. into the lock. Keep those triceps engaged. So your arms are engaged, your hips are pushing up, and you're breathing evenly. This is just for fun. You can inhale and lift your right leg up, and then just hold it here. Or you can do little pulses where you drop your hips down and up, very mild movement. Slowly bring that leg down. Inhale, and left leg is now straight, or somewhat straight. You're pushing your hips up or doing little pulses up and down. Just make sure you can breathe evenly in and out. From here, you're going to bring that leg down, and now your right ankle comes over your left knee. You have two options here. You can either stay upright or do the pulses. Bring that leg down now, swapping the left ankle over your right knee and pushing those hips up, or doing the pulses. Remember to keep your triceps engaged. Now your left leg comes down to the floor. You're inhaling, and as you exhale, you're slowly coming down, squeezing both knees into chest, imprinting your lower back onto the mat. And now rolling up and down your spine like a ball, massaging your spinal cord up and down. And as you come up, see if you can keep your feet off the floor. And then eventually just sitting up, straightening both arms, and then slowly lowering down by rounding your spine and engaging the abs. Beautiful. And just rolling onto your tummy now. Okay, we're moving into a star stretch of today's class. Beautiful. So turn your head to the right and straighten your arms out to the sides. Now bend your arms at 90 degrees, and with your right arm, you're going to bend it and start pushing off the floor, lifting your chest up. Your left arm stays straight, and you're going to feel it in your chest. You can also bend your right knee and try and bring your leg behind you. The leg addition isn't necessary, so as long as you're lifting your chest off the floor and you want to lift it to face the sky, you should feel this juicy, beautiful opening all the way in your left shoulder and left pec. So just breathing deep, visualizing your muscle fibers opening up and lengthening. In and out. And you can release back down on the floor, turning your head over to the opposite side now, to the left. And now supporting yourself with the left palm, starting to lift the chest off the floor towards the ceiling, stretching out your right side. Again, you can bend the knee and bring that foot behind you. It can be just in the air, or you can rest it on the floor, or you don't even need to get the foot involved. Just connect into your breath and lengthening that right side, those hunched over shoulders. Give them a beautiful opening. Really good. And slowly releasing back down. You're doing amazing. So just rolling over onto your back now, bending your knees and bringing your palms behind you, fingertips are facing towards the buttocks. Now just push your chest up as you inhale and really get into those shoulders and chest again. You can just look forward or gently bring your chin up, resting your head back. Inhale to open mouth. Exhale to come out of this posture And you'll see this video stopped, but for a reason. Because you've completed today's class and you've come to the last posture, a very well-deserved Shavasana. So you can lie down flat on your backs, flopping your feet out to the side, legs straight, arms also heavy, facing the ceiling, and your eyes are closing down. Making the last adjustments, coming into the most comfortable laying down position for you. What could be really nice here is to pop a pillow, if you have one near you, underneath your knees, so that will support your lower back. Essentially, you're just letting your whole body rest. Your palms are facing the ceiling, just down to the side, and your legs are just flopping out. You're letting the practice integrate into your body and mind. And the sole focus of your attention is your breathing. You feel your belly rise as you inhale and fall as you exhale. That is your sole points of attention. So you can discipline your mind and give it one task. It's got one job: to focus on the breath without controlling it, without changing it, just observing. You can also observe any sensations that come up in your body. If there's any tingling, warmth, coolness, last bits of tension you're letting go of, anything that arises, just observing, making note, and coming back to your breath. Inhale, belly rises and falls as you exhale. You're going to stay here and breathe until the end of this tune. Now inviting a deeper breath, expanding your chest, wiggling your fingertips, wiggling your toes. You can inhale deep and stretch your arms out, stretch your legs, take a big yawn with your body. And as you exhale, slowly bring your knees into chest and give yourself the biggest hug, thanking yourself for this beautiful practice and the amazing postures and stretches and toning that you did for yourself today. Gently rolling onto one side and bringing yourself up to a seated position, hands in prayer towards your eye center and towards your heart. Namaste.